absolutely. That's the thing, is that
You literally say orange cat behavior, and just about anybody that knows anything about cats will instantly know what you mean.
yeah. Yep, it's oh my god. Orange cat behavior is absolutely a thing. All right, I'm going to get the game up and running here for everybody, and we've got stream back up and running now. And then what we're gonna do is that actually. Okay. Okay. Has been 23 hour, 19 minute. Yep, start game here. And there it is. Yep. So sorry if you guys lost a little bit. If you guys lose a little bit of data here, I apologize.
Luckily, I was still just chilling at base, so.
Yep, same thing. So I don't think I'll lose anything important.
Yeah, we
Aside
should.
from a few brain cells, but I won't miss those.
I was just about to say, like, don't worry, I'm not gonna miss mine. So. Okay, here we go. Let's. There we go. We'll be able to get everything up and running here. There we go. And perfection. Alrighty. And so, while we have everybody doing their thing here, I'm going to get everybody back into the game. And then, well, while these guys get back into game here, I'm actually going to bop out here for a minute. And I'm going to go and make sure that I go put my better half to bed here. But we will return after these. It's not messages, guys. It's just there's some music I got. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Meld, how you doing? Oh man, I do need to hydrate. Oh goodness. I did. Okay, actually, you guys will probably get a joke, or you guys that are all here in the States. It's dark humor, but it's funny. But we were talking about ramping up gun production earlier, and Robbie said, "Yeah, you definitely got to ramp up gun production because then back to school sales are coming." Like it's so bad, but like, ooh, is also funny. You're good. You're at work. A bit of a late stream. So yeah, Mel, this is our third time.
It didn't end well.
This is our third time rebooting. We've been having some problems tonight. You actually just came in on the back end of my stream doing just fine and then crashing because this orange man right here, this furry orange fuzzy goblinoid creature known as Monty, stepped on my power button. Like literally, so the way that he does this, by the way, so my power button is not like something you could just push. It sits flush with my case, but the power button is not something you are going to just push. I have a little Funko Pop Umbreon that is sitting on top. Yeah, exactly, the little meows. So I've got a little Funko Pop, the Umbreon, that is glued atop, like sitting with his little leggies over my power button. However, because Monty is orange, and Monty is just, oh, because Monty is orange, he doesn't like step like other cats do. Instead, what he does is he kind of puts his foot down and then slides it forward. And so what happened is that he literally put his foot down on the one side, slid it forward, and put all of his nearly 15 pounds of weight on the power button. So, of course, it pushes power button. And this stanky, goofy, goober-ass orange man done powered me down, which he has done now. This is not the first time he has done this. This is at this point the fourth time that Monty alone has caused full-blown stream-related shenanigans. Like, he is the incarnate of Goofy Goober, and like he is currently sitting flopped out next to my keyboard, thoroughly pleased with himself, you guys. I have posted before pictures of Monty in the Discord, and like every time I post them, that is 100% candid Monty, like Monty in the wild behavior. He's currently giving me maximum judgment stink eye because why would Father have the gall, the absolute unmitigated audacity to speak ill of the Monty while all he wishes is for a nap on Father's desk, preferably on his glowing click-clack thing, also called my keyboard. Because that's what he does. That is 100% what Monty does. He comes over and he's just like, you know what I'm going to do? I love Dad. So I am going to show Dad how much I love him by interacting with the things that he uses on a daily basis. It doesn't matter that I may or may not cause Dad to immediately have a heart attack upon my interaction with it. No, clearly not. And this is just Father expressing his delight that I am interacting with the things that he also interacts with. I am just happy with myself.
Look, Dad, I can computers too.
Pretty much. Like right now, for instance, he's trying to lay on my desk, right? But he's orange. And so he doesn't quite understand that physics does in fact affect him the same way it affects everything else. And so what he's doing is he's flopped himself out, but he was wiggling and squiggling and squirming and nearly flopped himself directly off of my desk head first towards the floor. Because he tipped the entire front third of his body off of my desk in the wiggle-wallering and generally wiggling behavior. And instead of allowing him to learn that gravity does in fact affect all things equally, Father immediately had Dad reflexes and reached up and prevented Monty from introducing his skull to the very thinly carpeted basement floor. And he's just thoroughly pleased with himself. He's just like, oh, Dad, this is so nice. You're holding me. You don't have to. I'm wiggling around. I'm like, Monty, if you wiggle free from my grasp, so help me, you will nosedive into the floor, because I do not trust for a moment that you have the wherewithal or, like brain capacity to be like, hang on, I need to cat and put my feet under me so that I do not, in fact, collide my noggin with the floor. He is a truly champion among brainless furry idiots. Though we love him dearly. Albeit he don't got no brain cell. We love him dearly regardless.
Sometimes that's what makes cats more lovable, is when they have like zero brain activity.
Yep. It's very.
It's like it's bless you for being so stupid. You wouldn't be quite as adorable if you actually had common sense.
Yeah. That's the little old Southern lady. Oh, bless your soul, aren't you? Aren't you dumb?
The the very special Southern way that it is said is, "Oh, bless your heart."
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, bless your heart, aren't you? You're a little slow, ain't you? Bless your heart.
Yep. See, the thing that I love about that phrase is that it can be used for so many different contexts.
Yep.
In this case, yes, it means, yeah, you're a little slow, bless your heart, but
It's also.
there's so many other ways it could be
Oh
used.
God, yeah. Oh my goodness. All right.
There's
Well,
a fantastic series on YouTube called Shit Southern Women Say that I can attest that all of them are extremely accurate. But there's one sequence where it does like, I think 4 or 5 different instances of them using bless your heart, bless her heart, bless his heart, whatever, in various different ways. Like, oh, he had to put Meemaw in a nursing home, bless her heart, or she just found out her husband is gay, bless her heart.
oh man.
He ain't got a pot to piss in, bless his heart. Oh man.
Yeah, that honestly that tracks though. Having had a grandma that lived in Florida for a good portion of her life, she picked up the bless their heart stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah, my grandmother on my dad's side's from Tennessee, and I think she may have dropped the bless their heart on someone before. It's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure I may have heard her say that.
And you're just like, anytime you hear that, that's you can feel the the flinch of like, ooh.
It's like the more and more of your name that your parent uses, you know that
Yeah. When they
you are
break out
gradually in more trouble.
when they break out the full legal name, that's when you're like, and I'm fucked.
Yup, basically.
Like, if I don't show up in the next 48 hours, someone send the cops.
I'm gonna need to send out a search party to find the body.
Yep. All right. But as promised, while I am over here, now that I've gotten everything back all together, I am going to away for a moment, and I am going to leave you with the wonderful tones that, again, a longtime channel viewer, Natara-kun, or Nate, on the channel, has made for us. If you guys are interested in commissioning Nate, because he is a very talented and extraordinarily quick composer, like, to give you an idea, Foxy said that she wanted to try and have something from Nate. He had an album ready for her 24 hours later.
Holy shit.
Like, talented composer. And it is, you give him what vibe you're looking for, he can give you a sample within about 4 hours, and he can have, like, if he really puts down to it, he can have an album ready in 24. I'm so impressed with the, like, extremely fast and extremely effective turnaround time that he has. It will never cease to amaze me. And all of his stuff is certifiably bangers. But we are going to leave you guys with some of Nate's absolute fucking bangers for bangers music. And I'm going to start with some of his most recent stuff here that he sent to me. But I'm going to give it to you guys, and you guys can just kind of vibe and hang out here, and feel free to, chat and whatnot. We will be right back. All right, and we are back. And thank you to Peaches for keeping me hydrated. Goodness knows that this Tamagotchi needs to be kept hydrated here. All right.
Uh-oh.
And hello, gentlemen. So, I gotta ask, Peaches and I are the only ones that really hear these songs before I kind of debut them for everybody. And I gotta ask, like, have you guys had a chance to hear it? And if so, what do you guys think of them songs? Because I dig the crap out of them, but that does not mean that everyone is going to dig the crap out of them.
I wasn't listening to the stream. So if you want me to listen, by the way, I'm a music producer by trade. So when you mentioned you have music production worked on, it's like, yeah, I wanna let me hear that.
Oh
when you
hell
get the
yeah! Hell yeah! I can actually direct drop you the files.
Oh yeah, as long as your composer does not mind you sharing them, then
No.
I'm cool with that.
No, he does not. Thankfully, he is. So he is again somebody that he would really like to be able to do it professionally.
Yeah, I get that.
And
I get it.
I 100%, if there's anything that I can do that would help further that goal, I am absolutely about it. Lunar says that they like them, which is awesome because I like to hear that, and I'm sure Nate would be thrilled to hear that. Nate works really hard on them.
I was actually thinking of getting back into music production because it's one thing that I've had a lot of talent and experience with. I've been in the business for over 20 years, and
Holy moly, that's awesome!
yeah, came pretty close to getting signed to a label, but in today's day and age, it's sort of like kind of like how MCNs are or were with like YouTube talent. You don't really need a label anymore. Like,
very true.
at one time you kind of did, but now you can. I mean, you have stuff like Spotify. You can just post your own music and basically get paid for it, or even deal with like indie labels that'll give you a way better percentage than any of the big labels ever would. And it's kind of scary too because those stories of like professional professional musicians, like rappers and stuff, like MC Hammer, for example, went bankrupt, and there's a reason why, and it wasn't entirely his fault, but it was a little bit. The rest of it is record companies are scumbags.
Yeah,
They're fucking
can be.
Yeah, they are fucking evil.
Yeah.
Absolutely evil.
And the thing is that like that's one of those things where record companies they very much they feel like they own you, and in some cases they
Yes.
kind of do, but it is so much more than just oh yeah, well, we gave you some exposure. It's very much they want to lord that over you almost to a point of like the criticality or a failure criticality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Like just how much of, especially for like the bigger the act you are, it's absolutely frightening just how much control they have over your life at that point. Once it almost really is like you're signing your soul away to some big labels. So if anyone were to ask my professional opinion as someone who has 2 decades of experience in it, I would say at this stage, just go into business for yourself, or just find an indie label who will actually treat you right, because there are a lot of them out there. There's no shortage of avenues for creative people nowadays, and it's so much better now, especially in the internet age. It's absolutely fucked the record industry or the recording industry once the internet got involved, and they've never been able to catch up. Like, they've been trying so hard for like 25 years.
Honestly, though, like that's kind of good in some aspects.
No, it's very good. Trust me. With the amount of control that they used to have over albums, like A&R reps basically being able to say, yeah, we don't want to sign you because you just look a certain way, or it doesn't even matter if you can sing as long as you just look pretty. Yeah, I'm not heartbroken to see that industry like absolutely
Nosedive.
being like pressed to the grindstone.
Oh yeah. So I mean, and I went into like, so when you say that you have a lot of experience with it, like it's honestly it's super heartening to hear that kind of sentiment from you, because I wanted to be a professional singer for a long time.
Mhm.
I have a really strong, I mean, like I do impressions and like silly shit, but I have a really strong vocal range to begin with. I ended up,
Right.
and I was part of an honor ensemble for the state for a while.
Mhm.
I actually was invited to when I because I did like everybody else. Every singing hopeful. I did the American Idol, and I actually got invited to do their like the second round.
Mhm.
And when I got to the second round, what ended up happening is that I met this like there's no easy way to call this guy. He was just a straight up ball buster.
Mhm.
And he had just heard a gal right before I am set to perform. Because the thing that a lot of people won't tell you about American Idol is not, like, oh man, you go and you do one live performance in front of the judges. American Idol is you go to a giant arena. And your arena, the first one, you have hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
They
Th-
basically
th-
they cram you into they cram you into an arena, as many as will fit, and then you are set with a group of 4 other people, and you sing. You get 15 seconds to sit in front of a panel of 3 judges. Except here's
mhm.
the thing: it's not just a panel of 3 judges, and it's not just you. There are 14 others, at least when I went. There were 14 others, and I had 2 kid brothers that went and did that multiple times. As few as 10, as many as 15. But 14 other booths of 3 judges, all listening to groups of 4. So you have 14 people simultaneously singing 15 seconds of song, and then they're just like, all right, thanks.
Yep. That
That's
sounds
it.
about right.
It's foul.
It Yeah, it tracks exactly what I've heard with a singer friend who I used to work with, and even she mentioned that reality shows like that, they are absolutely cutthroat.
They
And
are, yeah.
what's worse is I'm sad that you did not make it further up the chain, but I'm also happy you didn't, because the contract you would have been given if you had won that show is
Yeah.
absolutely detrimental to you. It
Yep.
only benefits the record company.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's why. So very famously, Chris Daughtry, who was in like season 3 or 4 or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't really remember that. Here's what I do remember: Chris Daughtry was a very talented vocalist. He absolutely could have won, but all I remember is that he like was essentially he was given a contract. And the thing is that Fox had forgotten that he had already worked with a record label, and that that this particular individual was savvy to how record companies are. So rather than simply take the deal and sign it, because at the time, it was that when you got to a certain round in American
Mhm.
Idol, they pretty much had you. That was it. They owned you.
Mhm.
And what he did is he was like, "Hey, I'm not going to play this. I'm going to have my lawyer look at this contract, because that's what I pay my lawyer for." And they were like, "No, you can't do that." And he's like, "Yes, I can, and I will. That's the reason I pay for the lawyer. That's the reason they're around.
Hmm.
And if it is between my going to the next round and my lawyer looking at a contract to make sure that I don't get absolutely fucked on, then thanks for nothing, and walked.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was then the infamous like rumor mill of, oh, Daughtry was on drugs and they found it, and they tried everything. They tried like throwing every kind of, oh no, Seth got smacked by Wumpo Botan.
He's only level 38. I could take him.
I could take him, coach. But yeah,
Right.
so yeah, they kind of yeah, Mr. Ark says that they love him and Daughtry. They've been listening forever. Yeah, so that's the thing is that it's one of those things where they tried to absolutely tarnish his reputation on the rumor mill, and eventually it came out that Daughtry, because he couldn't talk about it. That's the thing is that he was
Right.
like, when you get to the live show, you sign a DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Or not a DNA, NDA. There you go. Thank you. An NDA. You sign an NDA, and you can't talk about that shit. And
Yep.
they have so many years that they gag you on,
Mm-hmm.
and that after his NDA was up, Fox didn't think that he was going to try and repair his reputation, because they thought, his reputation is already like toast. But he was still making
Mhm.
music, and his music was still doing okay. So then he went on a couple of, because none of the Fox news outlets would take him up. He went on, I forget what show it was, but he went on one of the shows out there for like just a talk show, and he
Mhm.
spoke out about the fact that no, what happened was this, and suddenly Fox was inundated by people also saying, oh, well, yeah, this was my experience with Fox, and they're like
Mhm.
handling me as a record label, and yeah, it got pretty ugly. Like, in fact, another one was, I don't know if you guys watched American Idol at all, like a million years ago, but there was, in season 2, there was a young man named Clay Aiken,
Yep.
wonderfully talented
Oh yeah.
vocalist, wonderfully
Oh
talented.
yeah.
But because
I know all about this one too. But go on.
yeah, but he came out as gay, and
Mhm.
he came out and he was like, hey, by the way, I'm gay, just FYI. Like, it's not a big deal. This is just a thing. This is my boyfriend. We're happily been in a relationship for years now. Everything's fine. And he was one of those people that, like, the press couldn't dig up dirt on, but because he was gay, everyone made a big goddamn deal about it. And then suddenly you stopped hearing about him. You stopped seeing his records out. He basically vanished overnight just for being gay.
Yeah, the whole thing, everything I'm hearing just kind of is starting to remind me of, I never really followed American Idol or anything like that, but all this stuff that I'm hearing is really starting to remind me of all the dust up recently about what's been happening with the various VTuber agencies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's very similar. I mean, this is really just the recording industry in general is like VTuber agencies, and you just never heard about it for decades at a time because like most of it was kind of kept behind closed doors. But
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah,
hell,
it's
you could even say that some game publishers are the same way.
yes, exactly.
100%. There,
Oh,
because all of these industries rely on people not understanding what's going on behind closed doors. Like,
Yep.
that is the
Exactly.
entirety of what their whole shtick is that they rely on the ability for them to operate effectively anonymously behind closed doors and out of the eye of the public. The second that
Mhm.
you drag them kicking and screaming into the light of day, that's when they have themselves a full fucking meltdown, because they don't want you to know what they do. It's the meme of what we do in the shadows.
Mhm.
Yep.
They just don't want you to know. They do not want you to know.
And it's getting to the point where we're in the information age where as soon as something is found out, it spreads everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
honestly,
they can't hide it anymore.
no.
So.
And honestly though, I will say for me, that is something that it feels so good to have that kind of clarity and have that kind of transparency on it. Because, there were a lot of us that grew up, around the same age where, us millennials and, I guess technically I straddle the line between millennial and Gen X. And there are so many of us that grew up and that there wasn't anything that was talked about, and they just, that was always the expectation, that it would never be talked about. So you just kind of, your parents had things they didn't talk about, and your parents said that's just how things are, and you just accept, I'm not the only one? What? There's other people who can not only commiserate with my experience, but that are also would like to see change done? What? Yeah, it's a wild experience.
I was gonna say I lived that too. I'm not quite pushing 50, but just about. So I saw all that too, especially the era where there was a lot of the stuff where you, like you said, you just didn't talk about it. There's just a lot of topics that you just never broached, with either your parents or teachers or whoever, or even just stuff in society, like the way certain industries worked. They didn't have to give up their trade secrets. There was no reason to. And now a lot of those places don't really have a choice. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Absolutely. And
They're not happy about it.
No, they are not. They are not happy at all about it. But I'm gonna be so real with you. I could give two shits if they're happy. Maxwell, if you need more spheres, or if anybody needs more PAL spheres, we have 2,000 of them. Regular PAL spheres, we have over 2,000 of them at our third base. That is the base that is up over by what looks like so if you zoom in, there is a base by the Cinnamoth Forest. It's just south of Petalia. But that. Also, I've just now recalled, an ADHD flashback to me. Somebody had asked a while back, hey, caves for when we finally get our community, server. Thank you, community server up and running. How do we feel about caves? Because caves are their own unique thing. However, there is a server setting that you can have that is not, but caves will repopulate. So yes, you might exhaust that cave of resources, but in 24 hours on a server, you can have caves repopulate. Peaches and I were already talking that eventually what we're going to do is we're going to have a dedicated space for the PAL World server. It'll just be something we put in the Discord. It'll be probably the Kingdom of Pal World or something silly and similar, and then or Knights of the Pal Table or some silly shit like that. Yeah, that's how we'll handle that for you guys.
Sweet.
Yeah, but it'll be wood time. And let's see here. There's
supply drop. What?
Oh yeah. Oh, the Tyrantris. Tyrantris walked in the wrong neighborhood, y'all.
Oh no.
Tyrantris walked into the base and was like, I have a mighty need for violence. And all of the pals over here were just like, no. That is fantastic. And then the only thing it took out at this base was a tombat, and the tombat already is recovered and is doing just fine. That's beautiful. Now let's see here. I love the menacing. He's just here. He's just doing his thing, having a good time. And fantastic.
Hmm.
Okay, so they caught a pen king over
Do we
here.
have any more course ammo?
Course ammo?
Yeah.
You know, we don't off the top of, like, we don't have it right away, but that is a easy thing for me to go back and create some real quick, because I actually just came back from the third base where there is sulfur. There was some sulfur hanging out.
Nice.
So,
Excellent.
yeah, and that's going to be the next thing that Peaches was talking about, us putting a base down somewhere where we can make a whole boatload of, like, we can find some sulfur deposits that we can use to turn around and turn into a whole big honkity stonking chunk of gunpowder.
Gotcha. I think that was the fourth base that Peaches was talking about, right?
Yes, the fourth base. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess technically it'll be the fifth base, because Peaches also has a base location that is going to be for a lot of ranching, so like we can get a lot of like high quality pal oil and get eggs and stuff so that we can make cakes, so that we can then do pal breeding. Because that's that is the next
I see
thing.
there is 5. Well, damn it, my lewd joke's not going to work anymore.
Oh?
Yeah, I was going to say, wait till I tell my friends I made it to 4th base with Knight and Peach. But now there's 5 bases. I'm like, wait, what happens at 5th base?
At 5th base, that's U-Haul lesbians at that point. Oh my god. So the funny joke about that, guys, is that Peaches and I, when we moved in together, everybody that we knew, including some actual factual lesbian folks, were saying that we were like, wow, did you have the U-Haul all ready to go? With how quickly we ended up and had moved in together. And so it was very funny. We had several folks that absolutely accused us of being the tried and true U-Haul lesbians. To which my response was, "What do you mean? I don't even own a Subaru."
My God. Cheeky. That's very cheeky of you.
Oh. I may have made a bunch of chests down a couple of floors for dumping crap. Perfect. What did you dump down there, Lunar? I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Now I have to know. Oh my god. Chests of dumping. Perfect. Absolute perfection. Oh my god, and there's some course ammo here. Some arrows, more wooden chests, just empty, 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 empty. I love that this is just so much stuff just dumped over here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, actually, cleaned out some of my inventory finally.
Oh, also, by the way, guys, you can, if you go to your, if you go to bulk storage, that have that similar item.
Oh, where's that at?
So if you open your inventory, but you will see an R, and it says R, easy bulk storage.
Oh yeah.
That will bulk store.
Tiva! I'm just climbing up a mountain because I'm just out exploring and catching pals and stuff. And I just see a Cativa spawn, already with some of its health missing, plummet down, and then fall into some water. It is now fighting for dear
Cativa,
life.
yeah, I was gonna say that Cativa was born into a world where it needed to fight.
Oh, another one just spawned. What the hell? You know what? Here, I'm gonna yeet a ball at it and see if I can catch it. Oh, nope, missed. Yeet. Ah, nah, you're fucked. Oh well. Natural selection at work.
Well, I tried.
Natural selection at work.
Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Little man over there just waiting to generate electricity. Maxwell, if you need, at the handiwork chest there is a the handiwork bench. There's a giga glider. I'm actually pulling it off of the work line, so that way then I can drop it on the ground for you, so that you can use it.
Ready?
And that way then we can go back and we can reuse the. I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna run upstairs because we need some more course ammo. It sounds like.
Yeah.
If you want, I don't. Wait, what glider do I have? Hold on.
Okay, we'll do.
I have a mega glider, so yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
What I did is I actually built myself a little room, a little nook. I don't really know how to describe how to get to it. But there's a little ladder leading up to it. It's in the area where everything is open. There's a chest in there. If you want to go ahead and throw it in there, feel free.
Yeah.
And when I come back to the base, I will grab it.
Okay, I need to make some more ingort. And you said it's where everything is open. There's a ladder.
So okay, so you know where the big door is if you're going down to the base, like the base of the base.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the big door and the stairs going up, and I think it should be in there, and it's like in the corner. A little ladder with a sign.
Okay. Running out of low level to my level bosses. Let's see here. So the door.
Interact indicator _ none. What the hell?
Huh.
Early access.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna continue to kind of.
Oh, hang on, Emma. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, Maxwell. I'm just trying to figure out kind of where you were talking at. So you
okay,
said.
is there a fast?
Yeah, there are, I was gonna say, any fast travel will be able to get you back to the base.
I need to find one. I guess.
Oh, and while I'm here, I guess I might as well just, we'll just mine this ore whilst I am, vibing here. Waiting for you.
Oh dear. I think I just found a bunch of enemy.
Because this will also help me to, get some more ingots going. Because I'll be able to, with the ore, I'll be able to, make some more, coarse ammo for us here.
Alright. I'm bringing some course ammo back with me as well.
Perfect.
Oh dear.
Then
Oh!
eventually,
A
I'm going
lot
to
of-
start getting some more refined ore for us. So if you guys find coal, coal is what we use to make refined ore. Or refined ingots, and refined ingots are how we make rifle ammo for the M1.
Okay. It's definitely a worthy cause.
Absolutely. And so if you guys find a lot of coal or a lot of sulfur in an area, feel free to put down a marker. It won't show for the rest of the group, but if you put down a marker and there's enough stuff like in the same area, it might be worth just throwing a base together so that we can get a real quick and dirty mining base together, and we'll just get some pals together that would be able to mine sulfur and like coal and stuff. Eventually, if we beat a boss, there's a way for us to have an ore and eventually coal and like sulfur mining, like limited mining. And
We'll have our own nodes that can do that. Okay. Just had to deal with a big old bunch of Free Pal Alliance people. Oh, hello, Chess.
Oh yeah, they're waners.
Team Plasma, but not.
Yeah.
Team Plasma, but cool uniform.
They are much less cool uniforms. But also Team Plasma, the other thing that they will do or that particular Team Plasma, the other thing those dickheads will do is they have, oh, there it is. I found it. To match
Oh, you finally managed to find it?
Yep.
Nice.
So, classy. I like it. So the thing is that, oh, by the way, Maxwell, you have tons of these eggs that you've got. You can put them in the incubators up top, and
Oh, okay.
You will be able to do that. But that is perfect.
I didn't want them to get confused with any that anybody else had put up.
Yep, no worries. Huh, apparently somehow all of my pal spheres managed to run away. Which, hey, that happens. I'll just grab our...
Oh, God. Some gobfins are attacking me now.
Oh, gobfins are the worst! They are absolute anuses. They will not leave you alone. They are just horrible.
My immediate thought with them is they are reminding me, Mist, are you still in the chat? Because if he is, I will say that they remind me of the frickin', oh God, what's her name? I know Impusas were one of them, but I don't think it was. But in one of Mist's streams, we played an old MMO that we used to play a whole bunch. I don't know if anybody here happens to be familiar with the Shin Megami Tensei games.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
Or another way to put it is that series that Persona is from. Okay, I finally found a teleport point.
You were summoned, Mist.
Oh, yep. Wait. Did he actually?
Yep.
Yes, he was.
I
Okay.
was summoned.
So, what I was saying is that these freaking random enemies attacking and getting extremely aggressive as we were moving through just reminded me of the, it's not the Impusas, but whatever the other asps, that's what they are, in Ichigaya in Shin Megami Tensei, imagine. Because literally you just walk through and they will aggro to you from like 5 miles away, and they will not stop chasing you.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. I have Seth. I have 620 course ammo being made for you.
That's a lot of course ammo.
And I am bringing back. I probably don't have very much. Yeah, 24. But
Hey, you
from
know
enemies
what?
I killed.
Absolutely. It's still worth. And I've got 13, so I've got 65 rifle rounds. So,
Oh my god.
yeah, so we've got some 30-06 running, asps, kelpies, the list goes on. Yep, 65 of those, 620 of those. I think we should be fine. And I am going to go, and I'm going to go get something for our good friend Maxwell here. I'm actually going to go and wander away for a moment because I'm going to go to the fast travel here, and there is a small settlement that I am traveling to because I need to buy things.
Okay, I just stowed everything.
And if you stay at the main base for a minute, Maxwell, I'm actually going to be right back because all I'm doing is I'm buying specifically. It is something called a Ring of Mercy. Yep, I found the 20k in there, Lunar. So that's actually what I'm doing. Is I'm buying what's called a Ring of Mercy for you. It's 30,000.
Oh yeah, I saw y'all doing that earlier. So it makes it's like an always false swipe.
Exactly.
Yep.
Always a false swipe. And
Also, no mist. Kelpies are nowhere near as aggressive as the asps and the impusas. Kelpies can be dicks, but no. And then you also, they're not as aggressive, but the Moryus were the craziest ones because, okay, so let's put this in Pokemon terms.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you're walking around on the field in Pokemon,
Right.
and instead of going into a battle when they touch you, they just attack you in the field. Now imagine that you walk through an area where there are a whole bunch of. I think probably the best comparison would be Gravelers, and the move that they all know and that they only will use is Explosion.
I was about to say, is it self-destruct?
Yep. So just imagine that you walk around on the field and then you just have these little floating ghosts that you need to watch them every time you walk by them in the fields, because if you start seeing a red glow around them, because that's how Imagine worked, is you had to prime your basic attacks. You have to like prime them up before you can use them. And the
Hang on, Maxwell.
suicide vest attack.
One Ring of Mercy right behind you.
There we go. Boop. Thank you. So you start seeing them with an orange glow around them, and okay, we either need to keep running or prepare counter.
Yeah. So
Because they are about to...
There's another enemy that you guys will find in here. The enemy is called B-Guard. They are basically, if you're fast enough hit counter, lavas, they blow themselves up. So
yes.
there is an enemy in here, it's called a B-Guard. B-Guard are bastards, because with a capital B. Because what they will do is you'll hear boop, 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 and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because
I've encountered those.
They will, in fact, detonate themselves with righteous impunity wherever they have decided that they need to be. They are the worst.
Okay, I've claimed a very small nook of the first base. It's the office of the mayor.
Hopefully it has a good view.
Yeah, it's on the corner. You know the part by the front gate. There's like a little stone segment that was kind of like a dead end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, hey, I can use that. It's really tiny.
Yeah, go for it.
Cozy office.
Go for it, because the thing is that ultimately, so the base was built. I built down the cliff face, so that way then instead of having all of the enemies come marching right up our front door, they'll go down there instead. And if they decide that they're going to
Ah.
spawn in and march up to the front door, it's this stone face. And if you notice, that stone face area has windows all facing out the front and lots of defensive positions, because at one point while I was building and kind of getting everything going, I had to sit there with a single shot rifle and take out people one at a time.
Oh
I
my
had
goodness.
a musket, and I was just bam. Oh, okay, we're good. And bam. 6 seconds of fumbling later. Yeah, it was a problem. But I eventually ended up, and that's why I built things the way that they are, and I just said, to hell with it, this is what I need. And so now I'm just going to keep so we've got the ability to make cake. I am going to make some cake. That cake takes forever, and so I've got it cooking on a back burner at the main base, so that way then it's not going to chew up, like, the ability for other people to make food that they need.
Mhm.
But otherwise, okay. And then there's all of that. I am dumb because I put a whole bunch of wheat in a chest that we already have.
It's gonna take a second here to build an incredibly unsafe campfire in a wooden room in a wooden building.
Oh,
If I want to do any of my own little cooking on.
Yep. And so there's plenty of, there's actually, if you look around, there's a metal like cook pot, like camping cook pot. You guys can use this and any of the ingredients that are in there to cook any food that you might need. The only thing I ask is that if you guys do some cooking, just make sure that you take a quick check at one of these little food bowls here for the pals, just to make sure that they have absolute fuckloads of food, because for whatever reason, every now and again, these brain dead little fuckers will just hoover up all of the food, and then suddenly you're like, where is your food? And they're just like, I don't know. It's like, no.
In my stomach.
Where did you put your food?
You just turn around and you hear Kirby sounds.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They'll just whoop, and you're just like, I cannot more thoroughly express my displeasure with the situation at hand.
Just pull a review, brah. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
It's 100% what it is, though. In fact, the funny thing about that, I have that exact redeem. Like, I have that.
Nice.
It is like the first time I heard that, I was like, yes, that is going on the sound bites. And we're gonna take that, and I'm going to put that gunpowder right there, because that's perfect. And that's that. Wonderful. Ooh, wait. Ooh, no, I guess I need to try and find a
My disappointment is immeasurable,
Yup.
and my day is ruined.
Oh, that reminds me. I think it's on your redeems. I know Peaches has it.
Yeah.
I need to get the full length, because I have the perfectly cut one, but I want the director's cut. I want the full length DVD version
Of the full-length DVD version of what?
of the Yippee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. I think I have everything there. We'll put high quality cloth away. Actually, infrastructure.
Also, I hope you're happy. Now the wife, since I introduced her to it, is going, I got something in my front pocket for you.
I want to reach into my pocket and see what it
It's
is.
Skip and squeeze and say, how do you do?
Yes. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Handgun ammo. Yes. What am I ready for?
So, Knight.
I don't know what I'm ready for,
Knight
but
is
I'm ready
making
for it.
an absolutely enormous and very comfy looking bed, but it's for pals. But there's a reason why we're doing it. Because now, that is now.
Oh, where is it? I want to see the comfy bed. Is this in the first base?
It's in the first base. It's upstairs.
Oh. Okay, let me see this. All right, here's the.
My pocket for you. It's so funny. It's so dumb, but it's so funny.
I might need to add that to my. I might need to add that to my Twitch read.
It's great. Also, if you guys ever encounter a merchant that is selling ammo, please tell me, because I will go
sure.
and I have the group's funds of 80,000 gold that I can spend buying all kinds of absolutely terrible decision making, and buy lots and lots and lots, copious amounts even, of ammo.
Okay, the PAL honeymoon bed is officially built.
Right?
Honeymoon bed?
That's what it looks like. Looks like one of those old like 70s love hotel beds, the ones that were like round or heart shaped.
The ones that absolutely had a mirror on the ceiling.
Among other places, yeah. I was like, suddenly this is like we're in the Poconos. Holy shit.
But the reason why I did that, gentlemen, is that we just need to get 2 more nails, or we need to get 7 more nails, and then once I do that, then we can have ourselves an upgraded base, once again upgraded base.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. And look at there, we've got ore.
Oh, what's the name of that house? Damn it. Of course I can't think of this like when I need to, but like these random stairways to nowhere makes me think of what is it? It's not the Winchester house, but there's like a really famous like old Victorian house in the US, and it has like stairways to nowhere, and
it is the Winchester house.
Is the Winchester?
It is the Winchester house, because famously the Winchester lineage was haunted by the ghosts of people whose they believe they were haunted, and that essentially it was to confuse the spirits of the damned and dead.
That's what this base reminds me of in some parts.
Yeah.
With stairways going everywhere. I'm like, do we have like evil spirits here from all the guns that we've built to shoot pals?
To be fair, it would not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
If we were being
That's true. I think the only thing we're haunted by is the ghost of bad decisions.
Oh. That's fair. Like, if you're talking about being haunted by the ghosts of bad decisions, like, man, that's credit. That's my credit score right now.
Oh no. Oh.
Well,
and
this one is going to be my egg.
no, sir. Don't you do it. I will give you guys 3 guesses as to who decided they wanted to get on top of my computer.
I could guess a color. I don't even have to guess which Mister.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most orange of Monty men. That most orange of idiots. Pow. I'm launching expedition.
And I will be right back.
Oh, perfect. There we are. Our PAL box are now our bases are all upgraded. And now we can have 26 PALs working at the same base. Let's see here. Do I have, if I come this way, do I have a PAL condenser that, or do I have a Vixie that I can use in the PAL condenser? Okay, let's do... Hooligan, aggressive noble, work slave, that's not a bad one. Swift, slacker, absolutely not. Serenity, Masochist, and Brittle. So we are going to just do this one over here that is Work Slave. We will begin condensation. Now, aggressive, and that one has Swift, so we will keep that one. Slacker, nah. And then Serenity, nah. Masochist, nah. Brittle, nah. And then, let's see, Capacitor, nah. Botanical Barrier, nah. And Hooligan. Slacker again. Perfect. So now our Vixie has, this little guy has level 2 dig here. And now we just need to go find more Vixies. technically, if I wanted to, I could probably find like I'd just go out and go throwing a ton of the like just basic bitch spheres at chickens, but actually that might not be a bad idea. Ooh, Fox Sparks defeated a Syndicate thug. Heck yes.
Oh, y'all are seeing my combat log stuff?
Yeah, just every now and again it'll pop up, like if you were fighting Syndicate thugs or something, it'll just be like, oh yeah, by the way. And it's like, oh, okay.
I don't know why it's doing that, but...
Oh no, it does. It does that for all of us. Basically, it's something that way that in the event that somebody is out and they are in trouble, that it's an easy thing to be like, ah, okay.
You're going to be seeing a decent bit of it because I'm going through a cave right now, and since I have the Ring of Mercy to get pals I don't see out in the wild normally.
So you say you're going through a cave? Like,
yeah.
like you entered into a cave, like you area transitioned?
Yeah.
Okay, you will want to be careful of that because on a standard world, those do not respawn.
Oh. I did not know that.
That is a-okay. That's why I was saying something now. Is that that on a like in a normal world, caves do not respawn, but in a let's see here. Ooh, watering pal. Oh, could you let me have it? Shrike at Hall River, but pals have the magic touch. Lend me a hand. Okay, so all I need to do is just give her a watering pal. Here you go. A thwack.
Did I leave the cave?
I'm back again.
You are well. Like if you leave the cave, it's not gonna like. It doesn't really reset anything. Just make sure that when you're looking at the resources that are in there, be sure to kind of check it out and like see if there are any yellow rocks for sulfur, or if there are any like really deeply black rocks for coal. That's always important. Right. And then yeah, that's the two big ones there.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right, beacon. Okay, now Hoocrates, do I have enough of you?
I did find one with ore, but I just realized I'm still on a stone pickaxe.
That is an easy thing for me to be able to fix for you, because we have a bunch of like metal pickaxes, and then I can also make you a refined metal pickaxe here after a bit. Like,
Luckily, I seem to still be able to mine it just fine.
oh yes.
Just taking a while. So funnily enough, you know how I mentioned earlier I've been playing a bunch of Once Human, right?
Yeah.
So on there, the way it works is you don't actually have to equip your gathering tool, which the game also makes things a little bit easier and condenses your gathering tools into a single pickaxe that has both the axe and pick part. So it can cut down trees and mine stuff for you.
That's always nice.
Yes, and then later on you can also get an electric drill and an electric chainsaw.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's fun. But anyway, so one thing that's kind of neat So the way it works is if you have the gathering tool in the last slot of your hotbar, then your character will automatically use it when you gather. I found out that if you don't have anything equipped there, and you activate an ore, I found out that your character will actually just pick up a rock off of the ground and start beating the ore deposit with the rock to mine it.
Oh.
And if it's a low grade ore like copper, it actually does work.
Ooh. You know what? Pal Tamer, I will fight you. What do you mean assault? I didn't do anything PDIF infantry. What do you mean?
I did not hit her. I did not.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, funnily enough, I mentioned it in the text chat earlier, but my base in Once Human is looking about like the one in Pal World, because you can kind of do something similar in that game, where instead of so throughout the game you can collect these things called deviations, which are like little critters that are affected by the I don't know what term to use for it. They call it Stardust in game, but it sounds silly. The warp,
Yep.
Cthulhu, mindfuckery, whatever.
Yep.
But there are like a whole bunch of like little creatures, little inanimate things given life and stuff like that that you can collect that will do stuff for you. So like the very first one you get is this little butterfly, because there are different kinds. So like in Pal World, you can pretty much use any Pal in combat, but you can also have them do stuff around the base.
Yeah.
In Once Human, it is not that way. It's you have specific combat ones, specific what they call territory deviations, and then crafting deviations. So the combat ones, you can have one combat one equipped to you, and it actually hangs out in the backpack on your back. It's like a little containment zone that you can see it in. And like you can activate them in combat. It's exact same button it is in Power World. You hit E and it goes out and does stuff for you.
Nice.
And different ones do different things. So like the starting one that you get is a little butterfly that flies out, marks a target, does a little bit of damage to it, and will make it to where when you shoot their weak points or headshot them, it does more damage.
Ooh,
but you can get all kinds of different ones that do different stuff. There's one that's like a little slime thing that will actually form cover for you.
Oh, that's
there's
cool.
one that'll form a black hole to capture bullets fired at you whenever you fight human enemies. And then the one that I have that I absolutely love is called Lone Wolf's Whisper. It is a little, when it's in your backpack, it's like this weird eldritch looking wolf head. But when you summon it, it forms into like a tendrily like demon wolf thing. And it'll charge enemies and do damage to them. And then when it kills an enemy, it forms a clone of itself.
Oh,
that will then start attacking. So you can end up with a just giant mass of them that'll just run around and keep making more of themselves until they run out of energy.
Just an absolute horde of dudes.
Yes. But anyway, so you can actually get ones that'll do stuff in your territory. And a lot of them, like I mentioned, obviously the eldritch wolf looking thing, but you can also get like, there's literally one that's a little like stuffed beaver, and it'll literally run around in your territory and gather wood for you. There's a little bunny rabbit that'll run around and gather plants and stuff for you. You can actually get one called the Extra Dimensional Cat. And it is literally just a giant cat that whenever you go to sleep in your base, it'll curl up and sleep next to you and increase the speed at which you recover health and sanity.
Perfect.
There is one called the Lethal Rabbit that is literally a little rabbit wearing a suit and a barcode on the back of its head. And it will go out and gather hide and meat for you. So yeah, all kinds of little things
With
that'll.
nasty, sharp, pointed teeth.
Yes. So you literally will just have all those things like running around in your base doing the same thing that the pals in this game will do.
That is fantastic, though.
Yes.
Just lethal.
Oh, I know what. There's a little fire frog that whenever you are melting down ores and stuff into ingots, it'll literally sit on the furnace and just increase the speed at which you convert stuff.
That's perfect.
Yes. Unlike this game where you fight and then capture them as enemies like you do in Pokemon and stuff, these you just find in various ways. Like the logging beaver you can usually just kind of find in like settlement areas. I found out the lethal rabbit because I had yet to find one. The lethal rabbit you actually get randomly as a drop from killing regular rabbits.
That is fantastic.
So you just have to go on a murder spree of just killing all these random poor little rabbits until freaking Agent 47 spawns out of one of them, and then you have to try to capture it.
Agent 47.
Well, I mean that's what it is because it has a suit and it has a barcode on the back of its head. It's clearly meant to be a reference to that.
Ooh, requires a riding water pal and equipping a fishing rod, and there's a thing that's out here. Huh.
Like a fishing spot, or
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess I'll put a marker here, and we'll do that.
oh shit! I forgot I still have the mercy ring equipped. All right, get them.
Sky chicken. Oh, that's Miku. That's there's Lunar. Because I was just like, there's a sky chicken. But there is a sky
I'm just
chicken.
trying to find my way back out of this dungeon because now I've gotten lost and can't find the way back out.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sky chicken. Come here.
Oh, so the mercy
Sky
ring. Interesting. Okay, I might have found the exit. This room looks familiar.
Perfect.
Yeah, I already really liked the post-apocalyptic vibes of Once Human, but then when I found out about the capturing and collecting deviations thing, that
yeah.
really sold me on it.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yep, absolutely. Sounds like a real good time.
And one of the things that I really like that I really hope more survival games start implementing in the future is a base relocation feature. So literally you can go into build mode and push a button, and it literally will take everything that is placed down in your territory, and you can move the entire thing to a new area. The only thing that doesn't carry over is any outside structures that were attached to the ground but not to a foundation.
Oh,
That's
that's
really nice.
awesome. Yeah, that is a huge quality
Yes.
of life.
Yes, it is a fantastic quality of life feature.
Oh, you know what? Have I caught enough T-Fants? I have captured 12 of them. And then Celery, I have captured 12 of those. Pengullets, 12 of those. Plonk.
Why am I not surprised that they use the same old lock picking mini game?
Oh, yep.
I'm not complaining. I actually like it. Is it kind of easy mode? Yes, but
Hey, sometimes easy mode is not a bad time.
it's an easy mode, but it's one that you also need to know what you're doing the first time.
Yup.
And I'm sorry, I will take that mode over. I mean, Oblivion's wasn't too bad once you learned it, but
Yeah, it's still finicky.
it's still finicky. But I will definitely take it over Morrowind's. You failed to pick the lock. 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 Oh, you succeeded this
Yeah.
time.
At least you have some semblance of understanding what in the heck and hey you're after.
Yeah.
Fishing from the back of the borb.
One of the things that is kind of hilarious about Once Human is despite the game itself being pretty standard post-apocalyptic fare, the cash shop it's very very Fortnite looking shit with just all these crazy armors and stuff. And I ended up with this moment of just like here in Pal World, whenever I can design characters in games, I'll usually do like, medium to long length hair, a nice beard, a nice chiseled chin, that kind of stuff. So, well, the problem is that currently the first thing that pops in when you go into the cash shop is it will immediately stick out your character because it's showing all the armor and stuff how it looks on your character. So I launch the cash shop, and then I immediately get this image of like this manly bearded man, frickin' doing this. I don't even know how to describe an undulating dance in like a vest with no shirt on underneath it, kind of shit.
Yeah.
It is just ridiculous.
Perfect.
Mist can attest. I've streamed the game to like show him some of the stuff in the cash shop, and he's gotten to see it.
Lunar says that they really hope that we get some crazy mechanics from early Elder Scrolls game in the 6th. Love Skyrim, but compared to the older ones, it feels toned down.
Oh, 100%.
yeah.
Like, Morrowind was the last one where you actually had like a big degree of freedom and because like Oblivion still kind of had it to an extent. I still personally think that Oblivion is, and it still had spellcrafting, that being the big thing of when they took spellcrafting out of Skyrim. It's just like, okay.
Well, I would love to see their spellcrafting being taken out, and like I thought that was kind of a step in the wrong direction, but I would love to see both. I would love to see a good spellcrafting system, and I would love to see a good blacksmithing system.
Yes.
I think that would be perfect because in Oblivion, if you're not playing a spellcaster, you eventually feel underpowered.
Mm-hmm.
However, in Skyrim, if you're not playing a character that uses the blacksmithing system in order to, it feels like you are really spending additional money that you don't have to do, and like you're putting additional resources out there that you should not have to do it by the simple virtue of, well,
you don't get the in-game armors.
Yeah, you're not getting those armors.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree there.
Okay,
and then see if you're actually one of those players that digs into the first two games, Arena and Daggerfall. Then you start
Oh God.
really realizing, which I have. I am a massive Elder Scrolls fan, which is why I am terrified for Elder Scrolls 6. I honestly do not have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
Not with the way that Starfield turned out.
Yeah, the way the Starfield turned out, the way that Bethesda's been more and more. You want smithing to come back, but make it harder? Yeah. I would love to see smithing come back and then make it something that is more meaningful, that as you invest more time and effort into smithing, that you go from, just being able to, put some simple stuff together to being able to put some really complex stuff together and being able to, really do some kind of unique stuff with the smithing. Being able to, temper an edge, and specifically being able to, further hone an edge on a weapon than what, a standard, just kind of, I guess, dime a dozen smiths might do.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that.
Well, I am over encumbered, but luckily I just got a level up. So we're just going to increase that weight stat. And then bring back the 105 ore I collected.
See, I normally just do the stamina and carry weight. Those tend to be like the only ones that are they really make a big difference in the game. Because the attack stat and your defense stat, those will go up, and your HP, yes, those are important, but they're not going to be things that you're going to functionally see. Because as you are going through, you are you equip different helms, different things that'll give you HP and attack stats and stuff, and so you're not going to notice it unless you're at end game. But yeah.
It just makes me think back to the days of playing a shitload of Ark Survival Evolved and how the various members of the group would spec themselves into different stuff.
But Lunar's saying that, speaking of the first two, they couldn't make it out of the arenas, or they couldn't make it out of arenas beginning, but they managed to make it out of the beginning in Daggerfall. Those games aren't a joke for us youngins.
Oh God, no. So like I said, I'm a massive Elder Scrolls fan, so I decided to sit down and play the first two. Now, unfortunately, I'm a massive Elder Scrolls fan that is also a massive arachnophobe.
Oh, yeah.
I had to mod Skyrim to play it, if you were wondering.
I 100% know, because within a 15-minute shtick, you are face to face with some very, very unsettling looking eight-legged assholes.
Really got through a chunk of the game. Why? But eventually, at one point, one particular instance I ended up to where I just decided I was done was it was one of the quests in Morthal, I think it is. The swamp area.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was it's the one involving that guy's house that burned down, or some vampire, and then you have to lead the angry mob to her cave. And I remember I got to that point, went into the cave, and then I looked down from the area in there and saw a big group of frostbite spiders just kind of hanging around down there, and I was like,
vibing.
You know what? I think I'm done.
You're like, well, that's enough for me.
But luckily, that's where modders came in. Unfortunately, for the longest time, that was not an option with Arena and Daggerfall. I remember in particular, I really wanted to play Arena. For some reason, I just had this fascination with Arena and wanted to play it because, for the young bucks that didn't know, in Arena, the very first Elder Scrolls games, you could go to every province. And in fact, the way the main quest was laid out is that you had to go to each one and go to a major dungeon in each. 2 major dungeons in each, actually. And I'm also the nerd that will go, oh, and by the way, several of those dungeons made reappearances in later Elder Scrolls games. For instance, the major dungeon you had to go to in Skyrim was Labyrinthian.
Yep, the
which,
Labyrinthian.
Which its name made a lot more sense in Arena, where it was a literal massive maze.
The Labyrinth.
As opposed to Skyrim, which another reason I dislike Skyrim is it did that dungeon dirty because it turned it into basically a walking simulator dungeon.
Yeah, they definitely there are a lot of aspects of that game that it feels like if you're comparing them between like other Skyrim, or you're comparing them to other Skyrim, but you're comparing them to other Elder Scrolls games, it feels almost like
Lacking.
Elder Scrolls Light.
Yeah. I mean, for God's sakes, there are no attributes. The only attributes are stamina, health, and magicka.
Yeah.
You know, I miss my standard run of, let's see, what is it? Strength, intelligence, willpower, endurance, personality, luck. I feel like I'm missing one, but
No, I think that's it.
I think so.
Strength, dexterity, maybe?
Agility.
Oh yeah, agility. That's the one.
But yeah, I missed that. I missed making your class and picking your primary and secondary primary and secondary attributes and skills and all that shit.
Mental gym. There's some free pal devouts that have decided they want the smoke, and they're at the main base.
Well, I'm trying to make my way to a small secondary base so I can teleport back.
Who these guys? Where they at? Oh, I see them.
Joldhog seems to be struggling with their tasks. How is Joldhog struggling with their tasks? They don't do anything.
You sit there and occasionally zap the generator when we need you to.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so funny story. So as I mentioned, Elder Scrolls 1 and 2 both had spiders in them, and since they were old sprite-based games, they looked kind of unsettling. And I remember that in high school, I was very much a slacker, so I was in class one day with my laptop out, and I was sitting in the back of the class, so teachers didn't know this. Ow! Frickin' electrical shots. But I was playing Arena on my laptop when I was supposed to be taking notes. I was going through a dungeon, and I jumped, and had to play it off. And thankfully, I don't think he noticed. But yeah, I'm glad he didn't, because that was a teacher that would have wrung my ass through the ringer if he knew.
Like,
but thankfully, they have fixed that. There is a modded version of Arena that replaces all the spiders with sirens. And then there is a modded version of Daggerfall that does the same, especially because Daggerfall Unity is now a thing. Mm-hmm. The entire game ported to Unity with a lot of easy modding for it. And if you've never played Daggerfall, and you go back and look at, especially if you're only used to playing something like Skyrim, you go back and look at Daggerfall and you go things like, gold has weight? You have to get letters of credit? You can take out loans? There's regional bounties?
Lunar says either they will be back soon or your internet is crappered for the night. Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh, man.
Not
You
the
have to-
crappered internet.
You have to leave your gear to get repaired overnight?
Oh, yep. Got an Arsox.
And yet, despite all of that, one thing that the later games had that you will very much appreciate is the fact that Daggerfall has magically all-knowing and teleporting guards.
Oh, ew. Yep.
You
Stop,
literally
Grandma,
break into
stop.
somebody's house while they're not there, and you fail to lockpick one of their, one of the chests in their room, and you're somehow discovered despite the fact that nobody is in the building, and then soon, as opposed to hearing, "Stop right there, criminal scum," you'll start hearing a whole bunch of, "Halt! Halt! 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 Halt!" as the magical teleporting guards all spawn in.
The ship driving in Daggerfall was immaculate.
Yeah. You get an actual ship in that game, and funnily enough, I found out the hard way when I started playing it again recently with Daggerfall Unity, is unless you plan on doing nightly order shit and grinding that for forever, you find out quickly that it is actually easier to buy a ship if you want somewhere to store all of your shit than it is to buy a house, because, you know, unlike Skyrim, where you do a good deed for Windhelm or Whiterun, and then, you know, you can buy it for 2,000 gold. You know, a house in Daggerfall costs like 1.3 mil.
Great gravy.
Yeah. That is literally what the system for taking out loans is designed for. You literally have to go take out a freaking loan with a bank to go buy a house and then pay back that loan over time. And it's like, I thought I played games to escape this shit.
I play games to escape reality. I don't want to look at it again.
Or alternatively, you join a nightly order and then grind all the way up to rank 9 in that, and then you get given a free house. But, you know, that takes literal 9 months of in-game time because you can only rank up with a guild 1 time a month.
Joltog, why are you stressed out? You absolute goofy fucking goober.
The slaughter knife is an item in this game. I hope you understand. Yeah, all that crazy shit with Daggerfall, and yet it is still an immaculate game because, at least as long as you have the patched version, or Daggerfall Unity.
Little man
'Cause otherwise,
is
I'm
stress
sure
eating
it's on
now. It's like, no, we're not doing that.
stress eating. What the hell is this freaking RimWorld?
No, sir, we're not doing that. Alrighty. Let's just...
Going on a tantrum.
So we could use a Sparket.
Sorry.
I think I'm going to head out for the night.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
very sleepy.
That is super fair. I was actually thinking of kind of calling it an evening here relatively shortly myself. However, what I want to do for sure is, as I wipe the cat hair out of my eyeballs, that I want to raid out, and we need to find ourselves somebody to raid so that we can pass the good vibes right along.
In the meantime, though, is there a particular furnace that we are using? Because I have a bunch of ore that I need to drop off.
I'm just using, I'm just at the main base, and that's normally where I do.
Well, yeah, I'm at the main base. I just
No.
didn't know if we have an upgraded.
We do have an
Furnace
upgraded
somewhere.
furnace. It is right on the main floor.
Okay, there's a lot of floors, so.
Right. So it is on the main floor. It's with all the rest of the crafting, like all the rest of the like all the crafting benches that are down there. It's not on the second floor with all of the like crap basket, all of the.
Same one that you're on because I
yeah.
see you. Okay, there's a furnace in this corner over here. I will stick them all in.
So I think
Do you know
what
who
we're
you
going
want
to
to?
do. Let's see here. Unless Seth, if you know somebody who could use some raid love here.
I'm glad you asked. Yeah, actually, the person I was going to suggest was the person I suggested to the last streamer that I raided. And unfortunately, when she was raided, like, she was also offline. So she completely missed the stream. But I was going to suggest Sunlit Hair. She's playing Hunt Showdown, which is, one of your favorites.
Yeah, you said Sunlight Pair?
Sunlit Hair. I can put her. Hang on, I can just put a. I think I can put a link in chat to her Twitch, but I don't think you allow links. So
I don't. If you type her name, then that's a very easy thing for me to do.
Sure.
Ooh, and I know exactly what our raid message is going to be, guys. Our raid message is going to be... Oh, perfect. Okay. So we are raiding Sunlit Hair, who is playing Hunt Showdown, which I enjoy. And Maxwell and Seth, if you guys ever want to play Hunt Showdown, just without, whether on stream or not, feel free to hit me up. I am more than happy to help, and I'm more than happy to teach the game. It's an absolute blasty blast, and I enjoy the heck out of it. But our raid message tonight is gonna be a good one. It's hunting pals or hunting bounties.
Sounds good.
I think I really do need to sit down and.
There's our raid message, guys. You crashed at the main base. That is good, Lunar. That is very good. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here this evening. Thank you so much to Seth, to Maxwell, to Lunar, and Foxy for hanging out with me here this evening. And, of course, from all of us here at the house to all of you guys out there, be good to yourselves. Take care of each other. And we will catch you all on the next one. And so Saturday coming up is going to be Warframe. We're going to be doing a lot of dog days, doing a lot of stuff. Probably have at least a little bit of time with some yoo-hoos that may or may not be in this chat already vibing with us. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. All right, it's raid time. Go be good. Or not. Your choice. Okay, bye.